It's showtime.
BS and Beer Media in association with STWF TV, the podcasting network. We present to you the Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, Dale. Today we've got Tim, we've got Kyle. We talking fantasy. What's up, y'all?
What's up, everybody?
How's it shaking?
How are you guys enjoying the
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
What'd you think about the playoffs last week, Tim?
Oh, well, we lost.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know if you know that.
Dum.
I think he did know that. I think that's why he intentionally asked you first.
I
See,
think
he didn't ask me how I'm enjoying the playoffs.
yeah. Yeah. So I'm happy where we're at. You know, Craig was giving me crap for being so happy. But you know,
No, it's truly because we're jealous. And
but-
I'm man enough to say that. It's okay, Tim. We are jealous.
I was very shocked by Love's play. You know,
Mhm.
I mean, he's getting better and better. Something's kicked in. He must be taking that brain stuff that is advertised on TikTok by Joe Rogan. Alpha
Oh,
Brain.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
taking Alpha Brain.
For
Gotta
sure.
be it. Or the peyote that Aaron Rodgers was taking.
Mhm.
Maybe pass, give.
Yeah, all the stuff the weird guys take. Yeah, take that stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's it.
Probably left some in his locker or something.
Yep, that's
Mhm.
it. That's it, man.
So our defense was looking great though. Honestly.
Well, shocker, they fired the defensive coordinator.
Joe Barry gone. Like what did we do wrong?
Oh no.
Oh.
We'll find out, I guess.
Man. Who we gonna hire?
Mhm.
Next question. Right?
Well, no, we'll get to that when we talk about the coaching carousel here.
Yeah.
So let's start off the show like normal. Kyle, what you got to drink, man?
Oh, I bought a 6-pack. It's the Space Dust.
Oh,
It's heavy,
Space
man.
Dust.
It's super heavy.
Okay,
Elijah's Space Dust. It's an
Ah.
IPA.
gotcha.
I thought it'd be like 12 ounces like all the other beers, but it's heavy.
I see what you did there. No, it's
No.
it is 12 ounces, but it's 8.2%. So
Oh,
there you go.
snap.
Mhm.
Damn, son, that's stronger than whatever Dale's drinking.
I don't
know
know about that. There's some deadly pink drinks out there. Sneak up on you.
Yeah.
Go. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what you drinking, Tim?
We're rocking the PBR again this week.
There we go.
All right.
PBR, baby.
Rolling it.
Gotcha.
We're emptying out the fridge.
I got you.
Been
Nothing wrong
there.
with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah. Kyle, you were just there.
I was
Few
doing
weeks ago.
that like mid-season.
Yeah.
I really didn't realize how much shit I got in the house
Yeah.
until Kyle started saying that. I was like, let me look around. And oh crap. And then there's like beer in this spot, beer over here, there's beer over there. And typically they're a crap beer that I bought and try to taste and they just taste like crap.
Careful. Next thing you know, you'll be drinking tequila and Gatorade.
Yeah, might be son trying to make beer bets with you, trying to get you to drink something disgusting.
I remember
So,
when you
there
yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
you
So
go.
what does he drink though? If you're drinking nasty, disgusting,
I don't know.
drinks?
We still gotta figure it out, bro. Like we
Yeah.
still gotta figure it out. Like I need to get like the nasty white medicine from back in the day that you had to take. That,
Oh no,
dude, like that medicine made me throw up like immediately. Like it
Yeah.
wouldn't even trying to swallow it, bro. Like it just
Yeah.
you just throw up on demand. Right?
yeah. Well, it's anything cherry for me.
Okay, yeah.
Anything cherry flavored
Mm.
is a thing for me.
Mhm.
You know, of course, I don't like take liquid medicine, but you know,
Yeah, I mean you don't have to worry about that anymore, except for cough syrup, because God forbid they put that in a pill form,
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I am drinking candy cane whiskey from Bird Dog,
Yeah.
provided to me by a frenemy of mine.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah. I like it.
hmm What's up, Patty? Patty's in
Patty.
the house. Okay, so
all
she
right.
is lining up her nail stuff so she can
Uh-oh.
watch us and gonna drink along with us. All right, that's what I'm saying, Patty.
That's
See,
right.
see what I'm saying? Women are watching this show. Okay,
It's Dale.
we just attract them. You know,
It's
what can I say? You know,
hey, I've noticed a thing with you since your beard has started turning gray. You know, maybe you look more mature now.
yeah.
You know?
Some. I honestly, for real, like it's either one or the two. Either ladies love it or they completely hate it. So
Yeah.
you know, but
Well,
you know, from what I can see, more ladies my age or older, they tend to like it. So
Okay. Okay.
we keeping it that way, you know.
All
love
right.
it, Dale.
All right.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a cougar hunter.
Listen,
Oh,
listen.
yeah.
You go
Yeah.
backwards,
Yeah.
and then next thing you know, you had a PTA meeting.
Oh, dang, dude. Oh, I didn't even go to my own kids' PTA meetings. What are you talking about?
Mhm,
Oh,
mhm.
dang. Is that what
Yeah.
you did? Don't tell me that.
No, we're not going to PTA meetings, Tim. Like that's
Yeah.
why we're going the other way.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
up the
All
scale, up the
right.
scale there. All
I
right,
gotta ask. I gotta ask.
You know, show me some gray. We good. You know.
Oh.
So, all right. Well, Tim did not have a good weekend last weekend, but this guy did.
Ah.
Right?
Yeah.
Freaking Jason Kelsey showed up at the Kansas City game, living his best life, and he will live forever on the internet. Okay.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Did y'all see him pop back in that daggum window?
yeah. He
Oh,
hopped
yeah.
right in it. Yeah.
That thing was like it was like his eyeball height or something. He grabs it
Uh-huh.
right on
Get back
over.
in there, yep.
Look, that's why big dudes are always questionable, right? Some of them are more athletic than I am, and I because
Yeah.
thanks, Patty. Because like half of my tactic is I'm just gonna run the fuck away. All right, I'm fast. That fight or flight thing. That's a two choice scenario.
Two choices?
Yeah. Like you run. But if you got Jason Kelsey coming after you, the running is not really an option, and
Right.
fighting is not really an option either. All right. I'm just gonna cuddle up in that man chest he's got there, all that man hair, and just hope he can find me.
There's a wrestling tag team. These two really big guys or whatever. One guy's like okay, in wrestling, if you're fat, that means you got a lot of strength. Okay.
Okay.
It works in wrestling. This guy, he's a fat guy. He's a big hairy chest or whatever. And so one of the moves is bring him over to the corner. You put his head in the guy's chest.
Oh,
It's called a titty city.
What? Oh, it's all sweaty and nasty, hairy.
Nasty.
Oh my gosh! What do you call that? That's not a motorboat. What do you call that?
That's a nightmare.
Titty city.
It's like swimming in seaweed.
Oh God.
Right. That's right, Patty. You sit around and we talk about football stuff. That's right.
Along the lines, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, man, that was a pretty good game for sure. It came down to the end, and it was. I mean, look, it was what 45 million people watched that game, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Higher ratings in the Super Bowl, so CBS is doing their thing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So
you talking about the Kansas City game?
Yeah.
Oh, that one. I thought you were talking about Green Bay and San Fran. Actually, that seemed like the game to watch to me.
When he talked about the ratings, though, I knew that wasn't us.
Yeah, the ratings, bro. Like,
Green
mean,
Bay
look.
and San Francisco. That's rating
Mahomes
city.
versus Allen.
Mhm.
You got Taylor
Taylor
Swift
Swift.
popping up on TV. Jason
Mhm.
Kelsey. Like,
Mhm.
bro, the ratings were there. Like, sorry.
Yeah.
And
You know.
did you hear that thing about they put that who was that ref they put in for the next game?
Oh,
Kansas City to
Yep.
Ravens.
Vinovich is going to referee the Super Bowl.
And he's very
Yeah.
favorable to visiting teams.
Yeah, we're talking about AFC Championship.
Oh,
Yeah.
So they're trying to will Mahomes into the Super Bowl again. And they're trying to do everything. They're backtracking because they wanted Ravens 49ers, and now they're like, oh well, if Mahomes is right here, why don't we throw him in there? See what happens.
They said the percentages. Basically, the home team wins 20% less when this guy refs the home team games.
Oh.
And it's typically home team wins 65 point whatever percent.
Right.
But when this guy refs their games, it's like 40 something percent, like 47% chance that the home team wins.
Man.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't understand how Vinovich still has a damn job, man, after he blew that damn call with the Saints. That bastard. I can't stand him.
You need to put one of those like montages together about all the blown calls for the Saints over the past like 5 years.
I mean, yeah, it's hurtful, but
Yeah, there's a lot of them in there.
there is a montage. I've seen one.
Yeah,
It's got everyone like back to back to back.
Mhm.
It includes the Stephon Diggs one, which is not really a blown call.
Right, it's not a blown call. Right.
More like playoff woes at that point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, screw that. I ain't doing that.
When I need to get a good cry in, that's what I'll watch. There you go.
Yeah. Screw that.
Yeah.
Now, honestly, man, the most, I guess, hurt I was from a playoff loss was it was the game versus San Francisco.
Oh,
And
Alex Smith to Vernon Davis.
yes.
Dang.
That one.
Y'all both remember that shit.
That one.
Oh,
Sorry.
I remember exactly where I was and everything. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Dale.
I was at Gino's out there in Benton.
Yeah.
All right.
Were you with me?
No. You were not.
Why are you in my town?
Because Saints fans were gathered there. They had quite a few Saints fans gathered at Gino's.
Okay, so you came out for other people in my town, but you
Yes.
don't come out to see me in my town.
No.
All right. I'm just checking. Just make priorities. All right.
Man, this was like what, 2015,
I don't care. Don't care.
16?
I'm already.
I think that was 2011,
Yeah,
2013.
2011. There you go. This was
Yeah.
early.
Yeah.
No, I don't care. I don't
A long
care.
time ago.
Don't sit here and try to act like that was before us, Dale.
Yeah, it was before us. That's what it was.
I think it was 2011 season, maybe 2012 playoffs or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was hurtful. I had to listen to it on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I was working, and so I was in my truck listening to it on the radio, and I just sit there like I took like 2 seconds, and then I turned off the keys, closed the door, got back to work. I said, no, I'm not gonna sit here and stew in it. So,
Bruh, I
take my
was
mind
so
off
hurt
things.
'cause we had just scored a touchdown to go up.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I yelled, "Who that?" so loud in the freaking bar. Like, I just knew we won. Man. Woo, boy.
Oof.
Yeah, that scar did toughen me up for the rest of them. So I wasn't as hurt for the rest of them. Like, so yeah, man.
Yeah,
So-
go Lions. Fuck the 49ers. Now,
Yeah,
thank you for bringing that up, man. Fuck San Francisco. You know what?
Absolutely.
Go Lions.
We're
Excuse
done.
my language, but goddamn.
Absolutely.
We don't like the Lions around here.
Absolutely.
Well, we do. Okay, we rooting for them hard on Sunday. Ain't gonna happen, but we're gonna root for them.
Did you see that meme? Did you see that meme? Oh man, let me read it to you. It's it was a picture of Dan Campbell.
Mm.
And he goes, "Oh, when Dan Campbell enters the room, Chuck Norris leaves." That's
man.
great. That's great. But yeah, I'm not that fan. I'm not the fan where I get like hurt over losing, my team losing.
Man,
I don't
it's
know what
gotten better, but
I don't
it's
know what
gotten better. But
Well, Tim, we are
Yeah.
okay. So sue me.
Yeah. Maybe I just walk around feeling like a loser all the time because I'm a Razorback fan and I'm just used to it. You know,
Mm.
that was
honestly, that does help. It
just
does.
just being honest here. You know,
Yeah,
like
it
we've
does
never
help.
won since I've been alive. So
So
yeah,
I do it for sure 3-4 times a year at least. The Saints, anytime the Dodgers lose, that's
Yeah.
always hurtful.
yeah,
Lakers, LA Kings, and then the
Mhm.
Tigers when they, like it's during the season, it's to Alabama or something. So it's
Right.
not like
Yeah.
necessarily a playoff game, but
Mhm.
I'm crying on the inside for sure.
yeah. Sucks, man.
Sometimes on the outside. The LA Dodgers ones have hurt lately. They've been really good teams. You're super excited. We haven't had a season like that for the Saints in a few years, so
Yeah.
it's rough. It's rough when you get your hopes high.
Yeah, man. All right, let's get into the news. And our first story is our cover for the week. Jim Harbaugh is coming back to the NFL. He has taken the job with the Chargers. So that makes the AFC West, they're pretty full with their coaches. So
Right.
because we also have Antonio Pierce hired as the Raiders head coach. So now we have Jim Harbaugh, Antonio Pierce, Sean Payton, and
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid in the same division.
Yeah, that's stacked. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the division, AFC West.
That division was being stacked last year on quarterbacks.
Right.
When they had every time I have a car there
Mm-hmm.
with the Raiders, though. So
Yep. Another head coach hire. The Titans hired Brian Callahan, the offensive coordinator from the Bengals. So he is now the new guy in charge there. And the Patriots hired Gerard Mayo as their coach, replacing Bill Belichick.
Dude, how do you go from the linebacker coach to the head coach? You're like skipping some spots in there.
I don't know. I mean, he was, he was there. He's won a Super Bowl with them. He knows kind of what's going on. I can see it.
Yeah, you don't have to be a coordinator to be a head coach. I mean, Vrabel wasn't a coordinator. He was just a linebackers coach.
What was Pierce before he got bumped up to interim head coach?
Linebacker coach.
Oh, see there, yeah.
All right.
I mean,
All right.
Yep. We have Shane Waldron hired from the Seahawks offense coordinator position to take over the Bears offense coordinator position.
Dale's favorite team.
So we'll see what kind of changes he brings. But I know the quarterback position kind of took a good turn in Seattle. So maybe whoever is the quarterback for the Chicago Bears will end up being a pretty good fit for him because Waldron knows what he's doing with his quarterbacks, I guess.
So are we thinking Caleb Williams?
There's no way you have the first pick and don't draft a quarterback 2 years in a row. So,
well, I mean, how much can you do with a first round pick?
We're talking about the Bears.
Or first overall, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, you if you keep finding yourself in that position to pick a quarterback, I think you got to pick one. I mean, you're there for a reason. That's what I'm thinking.
We're talking about the Bears, though.
Yeah,
they're going to screw it up.
Keep Justin Fields. Trade that pick. Get what did the Texans do last year? They had they ended up with the second and the third pick. Do something like that. Look at how it ended up for them. They drafted the second best quarterback in quotes, and he turned out to be great. And then Will Anderson was great. So it's they hit.
I guess the other thing is that he's got a They did this last year, right?
Yeah, they traded away the
And-
first round, the number 1 overall to
Number
the
one
Panthers.
overall to the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So now, if you got the first pick and you got the 10th pick again, I mean, yeah, you can stack with more players for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But do you need to? Should you?
Well, you suck. You got the 10th pick.
And the first pick.
Yeah, but Justin Fields doesn't suck, does he? What if you give him DJ Moore on one side and Marvin Harrison Jr. on the other side?
Yeah, I agree. I think that should make him better. But
There is talk that they could move down to like number 6 spot, number 8
Mhm.
spot, and still get Marvin Harrison Jr.
I
mean,
don't know how you do
you
that.
can take a risk if you want to.
You could get Malik Neighbors maybe at 6.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You can take a risk, but
Well, you don't.
I mean,
you don't want to have.
wide receiver is deep in this draft, in my opinion. So
I think
Yeah.
so too. Yeah, with that guy from Washington, Rome,
Mhm.
O'Dews, that guy's also a stud.
Mhm.
You can go a lot of different ways with that.
Yep. So, but I think you got to go ahead and take the quarterback while you're there. I don't think there's any way you coming out of the draft without a quarterback, especially if you're the head coach.
Mhm.
Like, think about it. Like you were just here last year.
Yeah.
They just fired the GM.
Mm-hmm.
You next, fam.
Yeah. 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 That's true.
So, yeah. All right. And the last story of God is Vic Fangio is out as the Dolphins defensive coordinator. This was a surprise. Everything I read says mutual parting of the ways, that kind of thing. But what I watched on Hard Knocks with the Dolphins, the Dolphins defenders, they enjoy playing for Fangio. They were talking about how difficult defense was to learn, but once they got it, like it works. They kept saying it works, and they had a ton of injuries, tons of injuries, and they still made it deep into the playoffs. So
they were
I'm
signing
surprised
people. They were signing 2 DBs at the end of the play, right before the playoffs started. Into the
yeah,
season.
and pass rushers. They were signing all kind of guys. Like injuries killed them.
Yeah,
on defense. Yeah.
Then you lose your job after that.
Well, he left the job. He didn't get fired, from what I read.
Oh,
it's a
all
mutual parting of the ways.
All right.
I mean, was their playoff loss really on the defense?
No.
No. When you score 7 points, nothing is on the defense.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how many gave up because you only scored 7 points. What are they supposed to,
right?
Hold them to a couple field goals the whole game? That's unreasonable to do in the postseason.
Yeah.
That offense should be scoring 30, 40 points a game.
Well, absolutely. And
Tyreek was playing, Waddle
Yeah.
was playing. They had both backs, everything. Armstead was there.
Yeah,
Tyreek
Tyreek wasn't 100%, but I mean nobody is at that point. So
yeah.
But dealing with the foot injury, ankle injury, whatever it was, it's as hard as a speed guy to deal with that. So it's just one of the things. So we'll see, man, what they end up doing on defense. But I know Vic Fangio was like his best kind of hope, because this is a guy with total autonomy of the defense. He don't have to worry about it at all. So he definitely got to make another hire like that. So
yeah. Mike McDaniel definitely ain't doing nothing on defense. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He's got a better shoe game than he does defense.
He does, man. He really does, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, all right, Tim. Well, you were up first today.
Ooh.
Let's see what you got.
It's time for Timmy's Tips.
Perhaps play a little game called Just the Tip. Just for a second, just to see how it feels.
All right, what you got for us this week, Tim?
Man, I like that picture more than I got 4.
All right, thank you, Tim.
Found a way to take a quick shot before his segment.
Every day. every day. Especially when I find out like 10 years ago you hung out in my city and didn't give me a call. So,
It didn't hurt.
oh, all right. So, today I just got a few quick tips. Real quick, the number one thing is start digging into your league's host website. Dig into it. Click every button that's out there that you can, and every tab to go in to figure out what information you can dig up. I'm being very generic there, but it's really just the process of digging deep. And thanks, Patty. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yes, he does.
You know, last time I said 3. You know, a couple of weeks ago I was only saying 3. Now I'm saying 4. See, that's the difference. It's a new phrase. So dig deeper into your team's websites and find out stats. Look for stats that are up, different than everything else, and it just helps you know more information. Now this is the time to start making trade talks. All right, we want to trade away new defensive head coaching positions. So if a head coach is a defensive coordinator, he gets that new head coaching spot. You probably want to trade away some of your offensive players. They're going to probably take a dump. They're not going to take a drop off, but they're going to take a notch down. So if you got a good name, you want to trade that name away now, and then we'll watch that player dip down just a little bit next season. Now the opposite of that is you want to trade for new offensive head coach positions coming in, new head coaching spots coming in. So right now, like I'm interested in the Chargers. What are the Chargers going to do? I'm going to be watching that draft very closely, see what Harbaugh spends his first pick or two on, and after that, I'm going to grab up, pieces accordingly.
So we can throw in the Titans in that too, then, right?
Yeah.
Brian Callahan, offensive coordinator, taking over, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. Definitely interested.
Derrick Henry's not there. We all saw like his little speech. Like that's just kind of like, that's saying it without saying it. Like I'm not gonna be here next week, so I love you guys, but peace out. So yeah, good point.
And pick up like that running back spot. Derrick Henry's running back spot is going to be worthwhile. Who was that?
Spears.
Trey Spears, Tyree.
Tajay, yeah, Tulane guy. Yep.
Yeah.
New Orleans for sure.
And stuff like that. That's the things we want to watch, and we want to start making those thoughts and moves now. Specifically in Dynasty. And then the same thing kind of follows with offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators. Some offensive coordinators are known for being more pass heavy, and some are known for being more run heavy. So when those offensive guys move in and move around, you want to pay attention to that and look up that guy. What do the experts consider him to be? A pass guy or a run guy? And then invest accordingly because it matters.
Okay, so let me kind of push back on what you're saying here, Tim.
Never. You don't ever do that.
Always.
So let's just rewind a little bit to the last year.
All right.
And if you're saying don't invest in teams that hire defensive head coaches, then you're missing out on guys like Stroud, Nico Collins, that kind of thing. Like,
that's a good point.
Are you willing just to miss out on that just for that blanket kind of idea?
Going with percentages, sometimes, you're going to miss out on things.
Yeah.
I feel like those are diamonds in the rough, though. That was not a whole lot of people saw that coming for sure.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was telling me CJ Stroud is stupid. Remember that? He scored
Carolina
because of the Wonderlick score thing. Yeah.
Yeah, because of the quarterback IQ thing, and I'll never get over that now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
that usually happens to at least one quarterback every year, though.
Yeah,
like I think Vince Young had it when he came out.
Mm-hmm.
It's always one guy,
Yeah, true. Maybe he's just really bad at taking tests.
Oh, it's possible. Yeah,
yeah,
that's definitely possible.
So, but yeah, I mean, you're going to miss out on some pieces.
Yeah,
doing stuff like this. You are. And you might trade away a guy that, going under some of these kind of things, you might trade away a guy and he ends up, rocking next year. But yeah, unlikely.
I kind of look at the offensive coordinator or who's going to be the play caller.
Mhm.
And I know you get a better understanding of that when you have an offensive head coach.
Yeah.
But still, when you hire a defensive head coach, you should hire a guy to come in and have full autonomy over the offense.
Yeah.
And if you hire the right guy, which should be who's the guy I hate coaching against, like that's me. That's the number one hire. Right?
Yeah.
If you bring that guy in, like to me, like the offense should be totally in sync and doing its own thing because that guy has total autonomy over the offense. Now, it's one thing to figure out if this coordinator is going to be any good or not. I mean, that's a whole nother thing. But you can make your assumptions.
Yeah.
I did bet against the Rams this year, and that was the wrong bet. So
What'd you do?
I was out on the Rams offense altogether because I thought it was going to be a rebuilding year.
Oh yeah.
It was. You weren't wrong.
Yeah, but Puka came in and blew that crap up, and now I wish I had Puka. Yeah.
Well, nobody would have seen Puka though. Kyron Williams.
Yeah, Kyron Williams is another one. Yeah.
Yeah. That one, he was out there, and I had a chance to grab him.
I mean, he was coming off of like an ACL tear or something bad, right?
And he was
Well,
a backup before.
he also came off with a terrible rookie year because he had opportunity this rookie year. He got it, and then he did nothing with it. And that's when they went back to Darrell Henderson and stuff like that.
Oh man, he was every other Ram running back that season was terrible.
Yeah, Akers,
Awful.
all that crap. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is why I was like, well, Kyle Williams ain't gonna be crap, So yeah, man. Rookie years and second years can be totally different, though. So, all right, but I mean, hey, that is an approach to take, and it should work out, I guess, if you're just counting on the team that's hiring the offensive guys, and you probably get on a good bit of.
I don't go out there and just grab everything that's moving, on the market. But I definitely take it into account when I'm making my trades. These are things to think about.
Yeah, no, that's definitely. We totally see where you're coming from.
Yeah, you want to get people on the cheap and let them spike up while you own them, and trade them away before they spike down.
I just feel like the Titans' offense, like in particular, Tennessee has just been such like an up and down, like inconsistent. Outside of Derrick Henry, like I can't even tell you someone who's actually produced at all. I mean, Tannehill was like a streaming type quarterback for a little bit there.
AJ Brown, bro, that was it.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
He was like somewhat inconsistent. He was up and down. He was never what he was when he got to Philly. So yeah, I don't know. That one kind of worries me, but at the same time, like they're kind of in a rebuild. Will Levis could come in and be that dude. It could be a lot of upside, to be honest.
Well, they got Hopkins and Burks over there. Arkansas guy Burks.
What's Hopkins' age, and what's your rule on wide receivers and their age? Because I mean that's.
Yeah, he's definitely not an investment right now.
He's right on the borderline, if anything.
I already traded him away last year.
Right. He's definitely not an investment. So
the cliff is 32 for tight ends and wide receivers, and I like to trade them away 2 years before that. They're at 30. So
I'm sure he's right around 32.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure. I got traded him away already.
Maybe not. I mean, it always kind of seems like the more they produce, they have
31.
all these big years. 31. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
31.
seems about right.
So he'll be 32. His birthday's 6/6, so he'll be 32 before next season starts.
Right.
Cool.
So that's the last season you're going to get. Just going off the numbers, you're going to get anything worth out of him. So
I know he does play well with Will Levis, though.
What about
They
Chigo?
have like kind of a little thing going, right off the bat.
What about Chigo Okonkwo?
Yeah. If you can figure out how to actually say his name, that was a sleeper. I have to give a shout out to Craig, my older brother.
Mhm.
We had this 14 team league. I actually won the Super Bowl, but that was actually a sleeper that Craig had on his team, and I didn't even know who it is. I was kind of tight end desperate at the time. No, Craig went out and picked him up. So shout out to Craig.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay.
never thought I'd say that. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
No, yeah. The first time I had heard of like whatsoever,
Yeah.
went to go at him and sitting on Craig's team. So
Mhm. Well, I'm interested to see what the new coach will think of Will Levis. And I think they got a new GM as well, I believe.
Mhm.
So maybe they're in on Will Levis, maybe they're out. But I guess we'll know by the time the draft comes
You
which
got to
way
be
they're
in.
leaning on that.
You got to be in. You can't.
Why?
If you because they burnt 2 picks the last 2 years.
That was those guys that got fired.
true.
Those guys that got fired did that. Yeah.
You're saying what? You're saying they might draft another quarterback this year.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
listen, when you get a job, you got to bring in your guys, right? Like if
All
your
right.
job is going to be on the line for the players
Uh-huh.
that you put on the field, it's got to be your players.
Yeah.
So if you deem this is a good enough quarterback for you, then fine.
They
If
are.
not, you need to get a quarterback so you
They're
keep the
number
job.
7.
So either one of y'all ever had mayo in your coffee? Just
No,
curious.
God.
Y'all
Wait,
eat
wait.
banana with the peel on too?
Oh, that was Will Levis?
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Dude is weird, man. That dude is weird. So, all right. Let's get to our segment here where we talk about some best bets. Kyle, kind of recap the weekend. Like, how did we do?
Not good. The
Okay.
closest we got, we had Detroit and Tampa. We hit 4 out of 5. The only one that didn't cover was St. Brown, the yardage, and that's actually what Tim was talking about.
Mhm.
Tim was like, maybe we should listen to Tim Dale. Damn it. He specifically said, I'm worried about the yardage from St. Brown. I'm like, no. He's good. We're good. Oh, look at that. Look at that. She's trying to win us some money. She's putting out good vibes for us.
Look at that.
Yeah, no, we didn't do so well. The Kansas City Buffalo game, we also did okay. Hit 3 out of 5. Just 5 is a lot.
Mhm.
That's a hard thing to do, especially in the playoffs. It was so much easier with regular season games. You kind of have more of an idea of what's going on. Playoffs are just a different type of beast. It's just really kind of tough. You kind of have to just go with like gut feelings and so yeah, this upcoming the championship round, I went ahead and made some for each team. Like
Okay.
whoever's kind of feeling, if you're feeling Kansas City, we got one for that. If you're feeling Baltimore, which probably should be, we got one for that. There's Detroit and San Francisco. We got a couple different ones just to kind of, see what you guys are thinking. I feel like we can all kind of agree San Francisco, Baltimore, Super Bowl. I don't know if you guys are on the same page, but
Maybe we'll see here. We'll
with
see.
that referee coming in, that
Uh-oh.
was clutch that you brought that up, Tim, because that is exactly what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
That guy coming in is going to kind of mess some things up for Baltimore. I swear, it's not going to be good, but we'll see how it goes.
So we're talking about old Vinovich.
Yeah.
He's working. Which game is he working?
Kansas City, Baltimore.
Okay, and then he is working the Super Bowl game too.
Oh,
Is he?
wow.
Wow.
Pretty sure I read that.
Let me pull it up.
Ew.
I actually have to give Craig another shout out because he was the one that sent it to me. He sent me that. It says the NFL pushed the panic button. They had a ref rotation coming in. That he gives a massive edge to road teams. Road teams win at the number one highest rate with him. He penalizes home teams more than any other ref does. And also, let's see. Yeah, home teams win 55.9% of the time regularly, but with him as the ref, it drops to 40.8. So yeah, Tim, you're right on the spot with that. So
Yeah,
man, that's sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
it's a big percentage jump just from
That
one
is.
dude in the game.
What's his name?
What was the percentages again? I think I was off on that.
Um,
It was
it was like
55 and 48.
no, 55 to 40. So like it was like
Oh,
56 to 40 even.
oh, okay.
Oh,
All right. So
actually, yeah,
15%. That's a huge
yes,
jump.
just about 16%. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a huge jump.
and that's the last 3 years too.
Mm.
So
Okay.
it says his name is Smith though.
So yeah, this is where I saw it. Definitely, he's going to be on a Super Bowl, being a referee.
No,
So
that's not the guy, Adele. You got the wrong dude.
okay, all right. Well, this is what I'm talking about. This
All right.
dumbass Bill Vinovich. Okay.
Yeah, you go talk about him. Yeah, Dale,
Oh,
get
that
him.
is the guy. Yeah, we hate him. I hate that dude so fucking much.
Yeah, this is the dude that blew the damn call versus the Rams. Okay, and the sucker's still employed. Like, I don't understand that. Okay.
It honestly
Gotcha.
like hurts me to be rooting so hard for the Lions this week with Jared Goff as their quarterback because I hate him so much for that game, and I hate the
Mm.
comments that he came out and said, "Yeah, man, everyone gets calls, everyone misses calls, it happens, whatever." Like just
Mhm.
downplaying it like he didn't, I mean, I guess that's what you have to say at that point when someone obviously botches a call and totally completely changes the outcome of the game and puts your team in the Super Bowl over our team. I don't know that I just it hurts me, but I just hate the 49ers so much that I'm still gonna do it.
All right. Well, let's take a look real quick at our pick 'em before we pick the games here. In first place, Rob 22278, followed by Mr. Chow
What the hell?
and Kyle. Come on, Kyle.
Whoa.
How the hell did I drop? I went from first to third. God damn it!
Come
Oh,
on,
2
Kyle.
points. It's getting tight.
Uh,
Ah,
we,
now
we,
I
we
don't I
don't
don't
we
have
don't
many
have any chance
games
now.
to make up.
Yeah.
I have to be
So,
perfect, man.
um, so let's see. My guy, the Queefers, in fifth place. Let's see. The two ladies are fourth and sixth. I'm at seventh. We got B Train at ninth, and Tim at 10th.
That's
Good
right.
job, Tim. Good job.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Dale.
And Craig is last, of course, because that's what Craig does. So there we go. All right, let's start off making some bets here. We're starting off with Kansas City at Baltimore. Baltimore is a 3.5 point favorite. Um, let's see.
So this one is kind of geared towards if you're feeling the Chiefs. If you
Okay.
think Kansas City's kind of rolling and they're gonna come up, they got that ref coming in to help
Right.
them out. They
Mhm.
got Taylor Swift. She's gonna be at the game. You know it.
hmm
So this is if you're feeling kind of Kansas City.
Okay, so Kansas City leaning bet here.
Yep.
We
Yep.
got Kansas City plus 3.5. The total over 44.5. Travis Kelsey with the anytime touchdown, as well as 61.5 receiving yards, and Pat Mahomes over 241.5 passing yards. $10 bet gets you $100.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I really like everything on here. Maybe my only concern would be Kelsey over 61.5 receiving yards.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
had Rasheed Rice, and
hmm
I think it was a higher number. I think it was closer to 70.
Yeah,
And that
I'd be skeptical with him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you look at what Mahomes has done they've had 4 meetings since 2018, and he's thrown for 300 plus every single time.
Okay.
So like, he's able to move the ball, and he's been doing that. But then again, every year is different. Like this Ravens defense seems like like one of those Ray Lewis, Ed Reed type defenses, where they've just been playing like unbelievable. So it does seem like like this could be a wash. You could have him come out and shut Mahomes down. He could throw for like less than 200 yards, and Kelsey could go home crying to Taylor Swift. That could happen. But I really like, you look at the last 4 games, and it's been within the last 4 years. It's man, Mahomes has torched him. So we could see some more of that. We could see Baltimore come out and they've had enough. They shut him out, which is all what we want to see. We all want to see that. I would love to see that. But yeah, I mean, it really could go either way. That's kind of why we got a couple different ones for you guys to play with this week.
Okay, let's check out the Baltimore side. So on this ticket, we've got Baltimore money line. Baltimore first half -2.5. And we have Lamar Jackson 64.5 rushing yards and the anytime touchdown. And Gus Edwards over 41.5 rushing yards. $10 bet wins you $85 here. What do you think about this one, Tim?
All right, look, man. All right, I'm down, Charlie Brown. All right.
They got to get off to a fast start, though. That's the thing.
I like Kansas City. I like the other Kansas City bet also, but I mean, like, all this right here seems sensible to me. Lamar Jackson, 65 rushing yards. I think he's going to end up having to rush the ball because he's not going to be able to check down. He doesn't check down; he runs. And also, Kansas City's DBs haven't been all that bad, so they're probably going to be on lock, and then he'll have to run. So, but Gus Edwards, 42. I think that's a lock too.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I mean, we should point out Lamar Jackson had over 100 rushing last week, and I don't see him really slowing down against Kansas City.
Yeah.
I do want to point out though that both of these could actually be hit at the same time. We have Baltimore money line, and we have Kansas City plus 3.5 on corresponding bets. So essentially, we would need an over 44.5. We'd have to see 45 total. But you could hit Travis Kelce can score, hit 62 yards receiving. Mahomes could have 242 yards passing, and they could still lose, keep it within 3 points. You could have both of these hit. Which is ideally what we're looking for, but it's kind of just what you're thinking, how you're feeling about this. I honestly could see Baltimore coming in and doing what they did last week. Maybe not 24-point victory, but maybe like a 14-point win easily. I think they're that good.
Back to real quick to what you were saying about Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. They're talking about Raekwon Smith kind of filling in that Ray Lewis role nowadays. I don't know if you guys heard about him, but you should check out that linebacker. He's pretty good.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. That's why they traded for him last year. So crazy Bears there trading away their best linebacker. So
I know. So sad.
The Bears. That's Dale's team. Dale's Bears.
All right. Well, let's pick this game. We've got Baltimore, a 3-point favorite. Kansas City is at Baltimore. Tim, who you got?
Wow. So Kansas City plus 3.
Oh, I forgot to mention these teams have split the last 4 meetings dating back to 2018.
I'm gonna take KC plus 3 because number one, when I think it's going to be a 2-point game or a tight game, I always want to go with a little bit of points, especially if it's more than in the 2 to 3 range of points. But also, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, he's trying to show off for his girlfriend so he can retire. He wants to go out being a winner.
Oh, he's not retiring. No way.
No, they He's been talking about it.
Travis too.
Yeah. You've been listening, man. They're talking about having babies, dude.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Look, Taylor Swift. Hey, what else would you do? Right. That's the ultimate girl that you need to knock up, right? Because look, she's a billionaire. All right. She's a billionaire. All right. Then you
Let's
get
try to get child support, bro.
What about the baby? Maybe you get that baby. Travis Kelsey, he's the biggest pimp we know. He's about to have that baby. Oh, hey, look, Taylor, you're working too much. I'll raise this kid. And then Mama Kelsey over here helping him raise the baby. What's that? Kevin Ferdinand or whatever. What's that? Britney Spears' husband. Remember that?
Oh,
Kevin
Federline,
Federline.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. This guy, then he get back with his ex-girlfriend and be like, "Look, baby, I told you the whole time."
Jesus Christ.
Oh man. Yes, indeed, Tim. Wow. Appreciate Kevin Federline reference there, Tim. Us old people appreciate that.
That was 15 years ago or something. Yeah. Then you start seeing Taylor Swift dancing with knives on TikTok.
Oh, Jesus Lord. She shaves her head. I swear to God, man.
There we go. Tim calling the shot, y'all.
Oh, man.
If this happens, we gonna rewind this tape, damn it. All right.
Give me the prop bets, Kyle. What's the prop bets in all this? We need a prop bet.
We predicted this stuff.
$10 get you $10,000 if you make this bet today.
Let's go. All right. I am going to go ahead and take Baltimore minus the 3.5. I think Kansas City's been struggling on offense, and like this last game, we had to have kind of Mahomes miracle to lay him down or whatever. So I think Baltimore's defense is going to play a lot better than that, and there will be no Mahomes miracle, and Lamar Jackson can be stopped because this dude, he's unleashed right now. You don't have to save himself. Like he's gonna go out there and ball. So that's my pick there. We're going with Baltimore. So
3.5. I'm doing the same thing. Yep. I mean, for the sake of our bets, I would like Baltimore to win by 2. So everyone covers. We'd win $185. But at the same time, Baltimore's too good, man.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Next game, we've got Detroit at San Francisco. San Francisco is a 7-point favorite here.
What?
Yes.
Even after the Green Bay game, they're 7-point favorites?
Yes.
I mean, Detroit's not scaring anybody, beating Tampa by 8. I mean, really, they would have had to come out and actually beat up on Tampa was 9-8. I understand they beat Philly pretty soundly. That's great and everything, but Philly was backsliding since week 12. So I'm not even going to count that. Tampa was a 9-8 team, and they one possession. I get that it's a playoff game, but we've seen the Ravens come out and beat up on. They beat up the Texans, who dismantled the Browns the week before. So you have to actually come in and do some work, to get people going. I think 7 points is about right.
Okay.
Wow.
What do you think here, Tim?
Oh, the bet altogether? David Montgomery, 44 rushing yards. Yeah, that's doable. Montgomery touchdown. Yep, I'm down. Goff, 2 passing touchdowns. I'm down with that too. Detroit over 21 points. Yeah. I think that's doable. I think all that's doable. I just didn't realize that it was going to be Detroit plus 7. I mean, I'm there all day on that. So all day.
I just feel like Gibbs last week was just such a workhorse, and they just kind of fed him. Montgomery, he's the bruiser back. He's going to come in and get you those tough yards. I just see it more being like that type of game where they need a big bruiser, and they're not trying to fake you out. They need to come out and actually just punch you in the face. because San Francisco, you know what kind of defense they bring. You
Yeah.
need to come out and you need to prove that you can run the ball down their throats. 44 yards doesn't seem like too much to me, and I do think he can, once they get close enough, they can get him to punch it in. It's not going to be kind of like, like Gibbs, more elusive type. We need to get him out in space and get him, out of the backfield and get him catches. That it's not the type of game. I feel like the only issue that I had with this one that I was kind of skeptical about was Jared Goff. 21 points, David Montgomery, 44 yards and a touchdown. To keep it within a touchdown, Detroit, that's totally doable. But the Jared Goff 2 touchdowns is the only thing worrying me.
Well, they just signed Zach Ertz, by the way. Remember
that? I did see that. So that
I think that was because
Laporta, yeah.
Was Sam Laporta hurt or whatever? Is that? I thought that was why they might have signed him.
Yeah, he's got a hyperextended knee, but he played through it. He played last week. He didn't miss a game.
He played the both weeks. Against the Rams and the Bucks. So.
Well, they're expecting him to play this week too. By the way, Ertz. So my point is that Laporta is his knee's not doing as well as they would like it to do. So they're like signing a guy to take some reps off of him. Is what my thought is.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree with that. When you see the way his knee bent backward, like if it wasn't the playoffs, he would not be playing.
Yeah.
So I just know that. Now just looking at the defense for the 49ers, I think the secondary is what you want to end up testing, mainly the safeties, because I mean they're on backup safeties.
That's true, yeah.
And so you have to be able to test them deep. Now, I don't think that Green Bay did a good job of that last week. I only see, Christian Watson got 2 targets. Most of the targets went to Romeo Dobbs, but he got 38-yarder last week. So maybe that is the way. Test those safeties deep. And push the ball down. So maybe we're looking at a good game from Williams here, getting deep.
Well, also though, they got an awesome front four right there in San Francisco. So it takes time to throw the ball deep, man. But if you got a good front four, the plays don't develop for deep. So you could just mid and short everything after that.
Yeah, it does. It's a risk, but to me that's where the weak point is on that defense. I just remember I didn't go over the actual best bets here on the Detroit side. So we got Detroit +7, David Montgomery over 43.5 rushing yards, and an anytime touchdown. Jared Goff over 1.5 passing touchdowns, and Detroit over 20.5 points. A $10 bet gets you $80. So this one seemed pretty solid to me, Kyle. So let's go over to the San Francisco side. And on this bet, we've got San Francisco money line over 51 total points. Brandon Ayuk over 80.5 receiving yards and an anytime touchdown. Brock Purdy over 276 yards, 276.5 yards passing. $10 bet gets you $80 here. All right, Kyle. I got problems with this one. So Brock Purdy over 276.
Yep.
Woo!
So I don't know if y'all been reading the headlines about how they need to move away from Brock Purdy if he can't take him to the Super Bowl. First off, I just want to point out how Detroit's defense this season has not played well. They were not a defense that you were scared of.
Yeah,
people were able to score and move the ball on Detroit all season long. Baker did it. Matt Stafford did it. So in the playoffs, they haven't really, shown us a whole lot. Stafford and Baker both hit. I think it was like almost 300 for both of them. I think they were right around 3.
Mhm.
I honest to God feel like, and I wanted to go with Ayuk as well because he's going to be that wide receiver 1. We're kind of waiting on Deebo Samuel's
Right.
health,
Right.
so he might be that main target. We saw Kittle go off last week. He scored the touchdown, had a bunch of yards. But I feel like this is that week. Like I feel like this is kind of it's time for Brock Purdy to put up or shut up. Last season, the NFC Championship, what happens? He gets hurt like the first quarter. He doesn't get to play. They miss the Super Bowl. Yada yada. I feel like this is his time. Like this is him able to come out and do his thing. 277 seems like a lot, but at the same time, I'm not scared of what Detroit's bringing. They have proven over and over again they can be scored on. And San Francisco, let's not forget who their head coach is. Let's just, plain and simple. Maybe he is a game manager. Maybe. But at the same time, if he's managing a game that's called by Kyle Shanahan, then, he's going to be able to do some work. This one, I honest to God feel like over 51 total definitely can happen. Brandon Ayuk needs to come out and be that wide receiver 1 and, just be that guy for him. This can absolutely happen. The money line, everything about this bet. I don't want to say that this is my lock out of all 4 of the ones that I made, but at the same time, this one I feel more confident about than any of the other ones.
Okay.
I just feel like Brock Purdy is that dude. He's ready. It's his time to shine, and he's going to do that. So,
yeah, I've been hearing some criticism from about Brock Purdy, but listen, people, this guy got drafted in the 7th round, Mr. Irrelevant, straight up. Okay, like he's already surpassed all expectations.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still think he is exactly what this offense needs, and that's somebody just to run the offense. He's a point guard out there. He's distributing the ball. He's not going to win games. That's not what he's being asked to do. And I think anybody who's expecting him to go out there and play that way, well, you're wrong.
Well, but I think what you mean is he's not going to win games off of his talent and skills. He's going to win games by the system, is what you're trying to say.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Mahomes, he made plays happen in that last drive to win them the game and everything like that. We're not getting that from Brock Purdy because I mean that's not what he's being asked to do. That's not his role. So, so
I don't know, man. You never know. I just feel like it's his time to shine. Like I just I have that gut feeling. And Ayuk, I mean, honest to God, 80 and a half. So he'd need 81 yards and he'd need to score. It sounds like a lot when you have so many weapons. But depending on Deebo Samuel, man, I could see, Brock Purdy kind of feeding Ayuk all game long. I could see him having like a huge game coming up.
I think I just was looking on injuries real quick, but I think the Brandon Ayuk here bets are all about Deebo being out, though. If Deebo's in, I would not be playing the Ayuk bets here, especially the 81 receiving yards. He still might get a touchdown, but Deebo did not practice today, and he did say he was quoted as saying his shoulder's getting better. And also, by the way, I checked on Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta was a full participant in practice today, so that's a good thing.
Yeah,
just we were talking about them earlier.
Yeah.
So
I don't think he's gonna miss the game. I think like some of his reps are gonna go down. That's what I think with that. So
Deebo?
No, for Laporta.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Kyle, to kind of rebut your point about Detroit's defense.
What are you gonna do to his butt? Rebut. You got a rebut?
Aaron Glenn has been getting head coaching interviews.
I don't know why, man. I honestly, God, don't know why he, I know he's got a Saints background. He was our DB's coach,
Yeah.
and then he got a defense coordinator position, and their defense didn't play well. It's like, it's like the Saints are interviewing a quarterbacks coach of the Steelers.
Yo.
Think about
Yo.
that. Think about the quarterbacks from the Steelers, and then think about the Saints interviewing them for an offensive coordinator position. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Yeah, Kyle. I agree with you, Kyle.
Who was tagged with? Oh, I think it was Cliff Kingsbury. He's going to reach out to the Steelers for their OC spot.
Yeah. I think they're interviewing him.
Yeah, if that happens, I'm interested in the Steelers offense again. And that's a great buy on Dynasty. So, let me put that 2 cents in.
Okay.
Yeah.
The final thing here for this San Francisco, and Baltimore.
Yeah,
okay,
I
so we
just
did money
throw this out
line
here,
on San Francisco and Baltimore.
This
$10
is what
bet.
everyone has projected.
Yeah, $10 bet wins you $20 pretty much. So San Francisco
you will
money
double
line
your money if you put $1 in, you'll win $2. I honest to God, might throw everything I have in my DraftKings account. Sunday morning, I'll make a couple picks. I'll make our bets, and then whatever I have left, I swear to God, I'm gonna do Baltimore and San Francisco money line. No spreads, no nothing, just to win the games. It's a conspiracy, whatever, but that shit is real, okay? There is a script, and it is Baltimore and San Francisco meeting in the Super Bowl. Here we are, NFC Championship, AFC Championship. I'm not messing around, so I'm honest. If I have like $150 left, I'm gonna just throw it all down, come out with $300 at the end of the day. So,
okay,
just throwing that out there. Whatever you got, you don't have to do it, but I'm just putting it out there. You will double anything you bet. So,
all right, cool. Those are the best bets. So let's pick this game. We got Detroit at San Francisco. San Francisco is a 7-point favorite. Kyle, who you got? Oh, I forgot. These teams have split the last 4 meetings dating back to 2012.
Seems like a trend here,
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah. I got San Francisco 28, Detroit 24. So I'm going to take Detroit +7.
Okay.
All bets covered.
All right, Tim, what you thinking?
Detroit +7, man, all day. That's a lock for me, man. Really. That's the most confident bet I got right here. So
okay, Detroit +7.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I am also going to take Detroit +7. So
whoa.
Drinks up and everybody drink up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Detroit +7, baby. So, all right. That's going to wrap up the best bets for this week and our picks. Make sure you get your pick 'em in, Tim.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Come on, Tim, you can catch up.
Look, I'm gonna be real though. All the weeks I forgot, and you're barely beating me. I'm just letting you know.
Hey, I forgot a few weeks myself. So there you go.
No, you didn't. You're just making that up just now, Dale.
Hey, my drop points is 0, your drop points is 0. There you go. There you go. So all right. Well, that's gonna wrap up the show this week. You guys got anything else to say before we get out of here?
No, let's do it. Lions. I would like to see Lions Ravens Super Bowl. But
Lions Ravens Super Bowl. Okay.
It ain't gonna happen. It's gonna be Ravens Niners, just like that Canadian news team put up on the internet.
Yeah, I'm pulling for Ravens Lions myself. That would be a good Super Bowl. So
yeah.
And I probably have to pick with the Lions all the way. So
yeah.
Consider the freaking Lions, bro.
Yeah.
I can root against the Lions, bro.
They've
What's
never,
wrong
even
with
been,
you?
they've never even been to the Super Bowl, so yeah, I'm good with that.
What's wrong with you, Tim?
Super good with
Look,
that.
look, man, look, dude. It's like you cheer. You know, if I was cheering for the Falcons right now,
No,
maybe,
it's different.
No, that's way different,
you
man.
know. Yeah,
Falcons
no,
are
that's
terrible.
the Lions are in my division.
No, the Falcons are terrible.
Well, I
The
think the
Lions are
Lions.
different than the Falcons.
Well, you cheer for the Bears too, and you think they're great. You know,
Yeah, man.
I think
Poor
you're just
Lions,
cheering.
man. They never been to Super Bowl. You know, they are.
They
Yeah.
like the Saints, and then all three teams in my division.
Yeah, well, there we go. All right. Well, let's go wrap it up for this week. I just have one last thing to say to you guys.
I hate you guys so very, very much.
And we out.
Remember to follow us on social media at BS and Beer Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.